Snake poke versus double spay part 2. I made up that video last week and I got some good comments. Most of it was guys agreeing with me, like, yeah, I hate it too. And some guys saying they didn't have any trouble. 13-foot rod, 54-foot head, and I got a long leader, pretty long, 18, 19 maybe, but that isn't the biggest thing. But Peter Morris weighed in, and he's an excellent two-handed and single-handed caster. He's an instructor. He's just really, really good. And he made a couple comments that I took to heart, because anytime he says something, I'm going to pay attention for sure. Excellent instructor, a lot of knowledge. He enjoys the cast. The biggest thing I did was I paused instead of doing a continuous motion, you know, like I might normally think to do in some of my casts. Instead of going and getting that, did you hear that anchor? I just relaxed and paused after the sweep, and I let that anchor form and the line straighten it out. I didn't cast it prematurely. I left the cake in the oven a little longer, okay? Left, now I'm gonna get it like a double spay. Whoops, that's not. So it would be, for all practical purposes, if it was a double spay or that. Okay, there's the anchor. Now I'm gonna sweep. I waited too long. So the trick for me is getting that D loop to come around. I have to put enough steam in the end of the sweep and come up with the circle up, rod tip circles up into firing position. And then I have to relax and pause just a little bit to let the anchor straighten out. Okay, that was too much, but the anchor straightened out. Okay, I'm gonna do one without talking. Okay, that's a little bit better anchor. Okay. Now, that was better. At the end of my mono had an L in it. That was better. Okay. Now I feel like I've got a legit grasp on the double spay, 13-foot rod, 4-foot head, long leader. But now it's pleasant. It's not I developed an understanding of it now. And so thanks, Pete Morris. Body rotation and rocking back and forth to lengthen the stroke. Be careful you don't drop your rod. That would be catastrophe, okay? So I'm gonna try to really use my hands and my fulcrum. Because I have a tendency to get all stretch my back around like a reverse taco. Oh, that was a bullet. I hope the anchor was good. Yeah, I kind of even gave that a little flick back up there. Give it a little extra power coming into the D-loop. Then I had to wait for the D-loop to straighten the anchor out. There. See, that was another thing he said, you know, that I have a tendency to sweep and then get ready to cast and then cock my wrist back, which really helps lengthen the stroke in a distant cast. But he said, you know, that's probably introducing slack into the D-loop. So here in this single spey, I do a better job.
Works pretty good for me.